Hello, everyone. I know it's kind of dark, but I'm digging the ambiance. Um, okay, this ongoing subject of paid Russian shills. They're not actually Russian, but they're doing the work for Russia. So they might as well all move to Moscow right fucking now. I wanted to give it some time. I didn't talk shit in my last couple videos when this information broke that the government is alleging all these people took Russian money. Russian money funded a whole movement, a whole sponsored movement on YouTube by Google, everybody. When this news broke, I gave it a little time because I wanted to ask a question and I wanted to see what certain parties would do. Would many websites start banning individuals in any way associated with spreading Russian disinformation to destabilize our country? Do you love your country, son? Do you want the commies to win, son? Then you better stand up for America and cut out the poppycock. Cut out the bull crap. Your shoulders back, chest out, stomach in. You love America, son? That's the question I have for all the websites. Have they deplatformed these people? I gave it some time. It's been a little, about a day, over a day. I wanted to see what the various websites would do. Well, one outlet they named The Blaze fired a woman named Lauren Chen. That's one consequence so far of being a paid shill for Russia, for that person who I didn't even know existed because I don't watch these things, but I know some of the names, the more prominent ones, like the ones this website and Google promote. Tim Pool, for example. So I'm looking for consequences because, man, if any investigation came out on me by the government or any authoritative body, they'd shut me down so fast, my head would spin. And they have shut me down, even when that's never happened. 3 times now. Ruined my whole business, etc. My whole thing on social media. And defamed me. And did the mob's work. Anyway, about this Russian disinfo posse network that is platformed by Google and YouTube all day, every day. I wanted to give it time and see if they deplatform these pretty much proven disinformation agents for a lot of money to sell their soul and sell out their country, the ones that are American, because I don't think all of them are. That's quite depressing and disappointing. But I know how human beings are, and most human beings would sell out their grandmother for that kind of money, that kind of opportunity that they didn't deserve or earn or have the talent for. Most people would sell out their grandma for that. I personally wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Acting as an agent for a foreign nation that wants to bring us down. In other words, being an abject traitor to my country so I can make $100,000 a week. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of temptation. Personally, I could not do it. Now, I wanted to give the websites time to see what they would do. I saw a comment just a few minutes ago on Twitter. They took a bunch of right-wing channels down on YouTube and all these other places. I thought to myself, okay, maybe they took action. Maybe I'm wrong in what I expected to happen. No, they didn't. I did searches, even though I didn't want to. It reminded me of the thought of going on certain mobsters' social media accounts back in the day. Luckily, I had other people to do that for me, thank God. Because I couldn't stomach it. Hard for me to stomach to even type these search names in. Tim Pool, Lauren Southern, I think is her name. Lauren Southern, Benny Johnson, Tim Pool. When I did my searches, all their channels came up except for Miss Chen. I believe she had a bunch of interviews and other videos that she's in. I didn't see a channel named after her. So who knows? But there's plenty of videos of her here on YouTube. So none of the channels have been taken down. Here, right now, it's, I don't know what the date is. Maybe this phone has it over here. September 5, Thursday, 2024, 11:43 p.m. As of that time, I just did a search. I just posted something on the community of sponsored content, Tim Pool, right at the top of the screen. So none of the channels have been taken down as far as I've found when I do simple, quick searches of their names. So it appears, and I gave it time, people, didn't I? I didn't expect it done in 2 seconds. I expected a little deliberation. Nothing's happened except for Miss Chen lost her position at the Blaze, whatever that was. Some conservative rag, I think. So they're all still up. So what does that say? What is Google? What is YouTube saying? What are any social media website that still platforms these people saying? They're saying, well, we're okay with paid agents for Russia disseminating lies and propaganda on our platforms. In fact, this platform, YouTube, owned by Google, the adjudicated criminal, when I typed in Lauren Southern, I got a sponsored content thing right at the top of the YouTube screen for Tim Pool, one of the main dudes that's a paid Russian shill, working for Russia, not actually Russian. Wow, that's quite a statement the websites are making, but it doesn't it prove my point, folks, and your honor, that this stuff has been going on for several decades. And the websites know what they're dealing with. They know when an entity like Tim Pool or someone has 1 million bot followers or 500,000 bot followers, however many he has. I see a lot of comments like, why does he have 2.3 million subscribers, etc. That tells me something. That tells me that a percentage of his subscribers, followers, commenters are bots and PR bullshit. Like so many other people that get famous on social media, you have to really wonder if the fame is real, though. Because entities like Pool and others employ bots via their financiers who can afford to pay for that. The websites know in 3 seconds when a channel has an influx of 1 million bots or, 500 a day. They can see that. They know there's even rules, because I have gotten emails myself when my YouTube channel was big, before they stole my business and defamed me. The adjudicated criminal Google. I got emails several times from companies offering me packages, and the more I would pay, the more comments I could buy, the more bot followers I could buy, the more views I could buy. I looked into that. What happens when someone does that? Well, a website can recognize when someone does that. Sees an unnatural influx to a person's channel. They can tell when it's bots and fakery, and they can ban you for that. I've read about it. So it's a thing the websites know about and look out for with certain people. Like if I tried that bullshit, adding 500 bots to my account overnight, they'd ban me in 3 seconds because I'm not sponsored content. I'm not promoted content. I didn't get the okay to grift from the big guys that run the place, that own the joint. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's the only reason these people would still be platformed right now. The platform is getting something very valuable to them out of it. To platform known agents for foreign countries because they're loyal to money. not the country they live in or any type of democracy. They're shilling for a dictator, one of the most brutal on the planet, a vile individual. That's who they sold their soul for, to be a mouthpiece for that agenda, to have a comfortable life. So the websites know these activities are going on, and I guarantee Mr. Poole has a good percentage of bot followers because it's an operation heavily financed by a foreign government. Did you hear me? That's why he has that. It's an operation. It's not a channel. I've been saying these websites allow these operations. This website's doing it right now as the government has indictments or an investigation ongoing into specific broadcasters for taking vast amounts of money to spout Russian propaganda. And the Russian propaganda is uniform throughout the party, throughout the podcasters, and throughout the hardcore broadcasters on nighttime television. Everyone's cool with it. Everyone's getting something out of it. That's why it's allowed to continue. That would be the only logical conclusion, right? Well, none of those channels have been taken down. And Mr. Johnson, Benny Johnson is his name, I believe. Forgive me if I get the names wrong. These people are just automaton mouthpieces for Russia anyway. Paid shills, traitors to their country if they're American. He got fired from a publication called BuzzFeed for plagiarism. Plagiarized some 40-some pieces or pieces of information. 40-some. This wasn't we caught him once plagiarizing something. This guy, straight up just robbed people, I guess, of their content or something. To the point they fired him and it was all over the papers. So this is one of the degenerates this operation has employed, this Russian op, through Tenet Media, whatever it's called. With Mr. Johnson, he's one of the degenerates who got literally fired publicly from a publication. Everyone knows about the details and what he did. That's who they hire to be one of their mouthpieces. Why? Because Benny's for sale, that's why. Mr. Poole is for sale, that's why. Southern, same thing. Chen, same thing. That's simple. So it amazes me that now known actors for foreign governments, paid shills that have millions of followers on these websites, that have this whole grift going, and the website's in on it. They promote it. I said they promoted in prior videos, didn't I? I just saw it. I put the screenshot up for you. It's sponsored content. I guess Russian money paid for that, huh? For them to be at the top of the screen on a Lauren Southern search, right? For Timmy to be there. Of course they did. Of course they did. You don't get to the top of the screen for nothing in this world. Mr. Poole, I've seen described as doesn't have much more than an 8th grade education. So he's not too bright, but it doesn't take brains to do these, to be a propagandist. It takes the ability to read a script or to remember a few talking points that are given to you, that you're being paid to say for another government, for another country that wants to destabilize our country and get their guy in. One of the big talking points was, Putin just endorsed Kamala. Yeah, sure he did. Sure he did. Now, he doesn't want his orange dog in the White House. He wants Kamala. Sure he does. Because Putin's known to tell the truth, right? No, he hires shills like Mr. Poole, Mr. Johnson, Miss Chen, Miss Southern, and more. There's more names roaming about and indictments and all kinds of shit. It's a big, huge thing. And I wonder how many more names over time will eventually be known to be Russian shills paid by some Russia through some shady, roundabout way. Because no one wants to put their name on anything. Nobody. Again, doesn't even look like they're thinking about deplatforming those people, but I'm not a paid shill for anyone, and they've deplatformed me left and right. Every website has. But paid operatives for foreign government, and now that everyone knows it, no problem. Let them stay up. No problem. That's what they're saying to you. My audience, all three of you that are left, that's what they're saying to us. Oh, paid shills for operating for a foreign government. No problem. That's a fascinating message, and doesn't it just prove every motherfucking thing I've been saying for 5 or 6 months now? You think I was just saying this stuff because I was mad or pissed off or something? No, I say it because it's fucking true. They're proving it. Mr. Poole is still up. Mr. Johnson is still up. Miss Southern is still up. I am not. 3 channels down. Business ruin. Name defamed. That's how they treat me. Doesn't seem right, does it? Paid foreign agents, basically, whether they knew it or not. No problem. Leave them up. Sponsored content right at the top of the screen. Who cares if they want to hurt America via their talking points straight from Vladimir Putin's mouth? No, just leave the channels up. No problem. Sponsored content. We promote them. They're acceptable to us. We make money off of them. That's it. That's the reason. So again, Mr. Johnson, one of these commentators, fired from a publication for being a plagiarist. So he's a liar. He's just put someone else's work down and said it was his. He's a straight out, flat out fucking liar. And anyone took him seriously once this media group hired him and promoted him and the websites promoted him? Again, I don't have any records like that. I've never been fired for plagiarism or anything. Why do I get treated a certain way, I wonder? It's funny. And again, I should have known none of these channels would be down. They'd leave a plagiarist up and promote him, but shut me down left and right because certain people want me shut down. Wow, that's a hell of a way to go. And doesn't it, again, I'm sorry, prove every damn thing I'm saying? They don't care about this country. They care about their promoted content and what it can do for them. That's simple. They just proved it. I gave it a little time. I know everyone thinks I'm just mad and saying things. No, I didn't jump off them in 3 seconds. The second the indictment came out and said, why don't you ban these guys? No, gave it over a day. There's been time to have discussions, I'm sure. Well, obviously, the people in the room that wanted to continue to platform these paid shills, known paid shills now, but via a network funded by Russia, again, what message does that send to us? That sends a message of, oh, we don't give a shit about the country. We care about doing the mob's work in regards to Nikki here and shutting him down. But paid Russian shills right at the top of the screen, sponsored content. It's incredible to me. And I don't know how anyone can walk away from this and not shake their head. Like, why are known paid shills allowed to still broadcast and being actively promoted by this website, specifically Google and YouTube? Again, kind of proves everything I've been saying in all these videos. And they have the audacity to talk about what I do and what I say and shut me down. I've never been a paid operative for anyone. No organization, no institution. And if I was, and that came out in any way, shape, or form, they would have shut me down and used that as the excuse. Honestly, if I was discovered to be an agent of another country and dispensing information for their benefit because they're paying me exorbitant sums of money, I would expect to be banned. Those people don't get banned? don't seem kind of funny? Paid shills don't get banned. They call me a scammer, though. There's no government indictment or investigation into me being a paid shill for Russia. I've never even gotten so much as a cease and desist letter for anything things I've said. What does that mean? When you don't get cease and desists over the course of 7-8 years, making the claims or allegations that I've been making, what does that mean? I'll let you figure that out. But again, as far as me, what I've been saying the past 5-6 months about the past 2 decades, Russian operatives, either via money paid from Russia to congressmen, senators, networks, websites, whatever, to spread their bullshit. Every party that took any bit of Russian money to spread scripts, talking points for a foreign government, you're a traitor. I don't care who you are, how rich you are, poor you are, whatever. Anyone that took money from Russia. And I know all the parties involved, they had no idea. They're just poor innocent dupes that were getting 100 G's a week. Someone on Twitter said, I wish the crime I committed, paid me 100 grand a week. Or excuse me, I wish getting duped paid me 100 grand a week. That's what these people said. That's what they're saying on social media. That they were all duped. They had no idea where the talking points or the money came from. Liars. Flat out liars. Those talking points, everyone knows. Anyone that knows anything about politics knows exactly where their talking points come from. Because they hear them unified by broadcasters of all shapes and sizes. From the highest television position to the lowest grifter on a social media website. The talking points are uniform. There is a well-financed, heavy machine effort to spread these talking points, to maintain the status quo. It's unfortunate that, okay, they ruined my thing and all that, my personal grievances with a major corporation, or major corporations, plural. But betraying our country, actively platforming foreign agents with huge numbers of bot followers, etc. And I know this is a common publicity thing that's been done since social media started, adding bot followers, giving the appearance of success before there's actual success. Unlike what I did, which was pure fucking organic. Grassroots from the floor up. Most people go the publicity route. Oh, I'll just appear as a channel with 1 million followers. I'll just pay for a bunch of bots, comments, views, etc. I'm successful. That's the world. That's the reality of a lot of successful people. It's all a fucking facade. Anyway, I'm getting off track. The point of what I've been saying for the past 5 or 6 months, I haven't just been saying it because I'm mad, disgruntled, etc. I'm saying it because it's been going on. And these people don't get shut down. They get promoted after it breaks 2 days later that they are all paid shills for Russia, a whole network of broadcasters. Platformed here, sponsored, promoted here, right at the top of the screen. I gave you the screenshot in the community section. But Nikki is so dangerous, he gets shut down wherever he goes. And he's not a spy or paid shill for a foreign government or an adjudicated criminal like Google or an adjudicated liar like the mobsters that have me reduced to this via their errand boys, Google and YouTube, who defamed me. It's amazing and it's disappointing. And they obviously don't love their country, son. They're not on the side of America, the country. They're on the side of how big can we get? And they'll literally platform and promote, once it's shown to all of humanity, paid shills for our adversary, the government or the entity that wants to see the United States fall more than anything. That's what they promote. That's what that sponsored content at the top of the screen in the community section that I took a picture of for you is. That's them giving the middle finger to America. Because they're sponsored content, they're promoted individuals, which many are paid Russian shills or shills for Russia. That's no problem. They're down with it. Obviously, I just showed you they still are. Have a good day.